Hello, I'm Laura. It's Tuesday, April 14th, 2026, and these are today's Heartlines. Our theme for Heartlines this week is New Horizons. And today we are looking at moving toward new horizons of never again. Why are we doing this? Because today is the 27th day of the month of Nisan on the Jewish calendar. In other words, it is Holocaust Remembrance Day for the Jewish community around the world. This day honors the largest uprising against the Nazi oppression from the Jewish people in the ghettos of Warsaw, resisting the liquidation of the ghetto population for 27 days. And the yellow that I am wearing today is in honor of the yellow star that Jewish people were forced to wear in those days. It is actually honoring the people behind the star. And for that very reason, we have, among other things, the opportunity, if we have a yellow candle, to light a yellow candle in memory today. I don't have a yellow candle, but I lit what candle I do have, which is my beautiful battery-operated candle, and I want to keep that flame going for this special memory today. Now, that's just one of several things we can choose to do. We don't have to do all of them. Just one or two of them would make a difference. Other things are educating ourselves about the Holocaust a little more deeply. Perhaps we can watch a documentary or revisit a movie like Schindler's List, or just share with others any memories we may have of learning about that history. We can also support survivors of the Holocaust through organizations that do so. In the United States, we have the Blue Card organization that does this, and we also have internationally the Fellowship of Christians and Jews that do this. We can work to weaken hateful rhetoric. When we hear hateful rhetoric, we can speak up about it, speaking the truth of what we know, and do so lovingly. And we can utilize social media to amplify the message of never again. Now, like I said, if we just choose one or two of these things, it will make a difference. Because as peace talks between the U.S. and Iran have failed, as violence in Gaza continues in the face of the ceasefire there, as Lebanon continues to be bombarded by Israel, it is important to remember days like this. And most of all, it is important to remember who we are. We are creations of the divine spirit with a humanitarian and spiritual connection to all people everywhere. And we can open our hearts to this remembrance right now in a moment of silent contemplation by focusing on this thought. So let's take a deep breath and close our eyes and hold this idea in our hearts. I am a creation of the divine with a humanitarian and spiritual connection to all people everywhere. I am a creation of the divine with a humanitarian and spiritual connection to all people everywhere. And so it is. One of the things I also did today was to wear a hamsa. A hamsa is a 5-fingered open hand, and you see it as an icon in the Islamic, Jewish, and Christian cultures. It is a hand of welcoming, and it is a hand of protection against evil occurrences. Now, it may be too late to protect against what has happened in the past, even the recent past. But it is not too late to use our hands to work toward new horizons of never again. So thank you for joining me today as together we move toward those new horizons, and perhaps with each small thing we do, they get closer and closer until we fully realize what never again really means. Have a wonderful day.